Alright guys, just wrapped up this really nice 2019 Denali HD. Well, this one's only got about 35,000 original miles, so it is extremely clean. Now we've got the BDS 4.5 inch kit on this one. Now we've got it adjusted up to about 5.5 inches. You do get the option when you're ordering this kit to do it with a 2 or 3 inch rear block. We did go with a 3 inch rear block. We're probably sitting about 3/8 of an inch higher in the front. We're running a 37-1350 Toyo MT on the factory 20 inch wheels. To run this setup, you do need an 1.5 inch wheel spacer. You could probably get by with an 1.25 inch wheel spacer if you wanted to. We also had to move the bumper forward about 1/2 inch. We also tuck it up about 3/8 of an inch closer to the body line. So you can see it's very close here. From the factory, there's about 1/2 inch or more gap there, so we tuck it up a little bit better. It also gives you a little bit more clearance down here on the bottom of the bumper. Even with it adjusted up slightly, it still has really good angles. Now this kit can go up to 6.5 inches. I also added the BDS steering stabilizer. I always recommend that. It's just such a very cheap upgrade that makes a very noticeable improvement, so it's really good bang for your buck. I've also added the amp power steps. Now you notice we do still have depth tank there. So when you still have that installed, you have to run the steps that are made for the diesel, and it does change the way that these mount, because it can only retract so far, and the mount for the step is right here, and that can also reduce some of your tire clearance. So you got to take that in consideration. If it's a diesel but it's been deleted and you don't have your tank there, you can actually run the steps for the gas truck and gain some additional tire clearance. It also looks a lot nicer without the tank hanging there, and the steps will retract back further. At some point, if this truck ever does get deleted, we do not do deletes, but if it ever does get deleted, we may change the hinges on the system to the gas version so that it will retract further back and give the customer more tire clearance. And it's not just that it retracts back further, it changes the whole hinge. So instead of the hinge being mounted here, the hinge is going to be mounted more up here, so it's not even anywhere close to the tire. Now this kit is very simple on the back. It's just going to be a couple brake line brackets and your 3 inch block, U-bolts, and then your Fox shock. This is the Fox 2.0 smooth bodies. This truck rides and drives really well. Now if you wanted to run something, if you had the same model truck and you want to run 37s and you want to do it with a little bit less lift, you could always do something like the 4 inch Cognito, which doesn't require the wheel spacers. Stick to a 1250 and you can do that on 4 inches and it won't be quite as tall or as wide. We've actually got 2 in here now that are both getting Cognito lifts. Got this 24 GMC in here and this 24 Chevrolet LT. Both of them are going to get the Cognito. And these are going to be ran on stock wheels with 37 1250s. I'm sure we'll do a video on both of those as well. But that's going to pretty much wrap up this one. If you have any questions, make sure you leave it in the comments. And as always, like the video, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.